we are joined today by the lovely Sidra Jafri, an energy healer, who has come along to the S&D offices, thank you, to talk about your work and your book and how it can help women get to know themselves better and bring about the changes they want into their lives.
Firstly, thank you so much for inviting me here. It's absolute pleasure and honor to be able to share the tools of, I call it awakening, and I believe awakening is everybody's birthright. And for me, awakening starts from becoming aware of your body, because so many times we give our power away to doctors, to somebody else's opinion, and we don't understand what is our bodies really saying. And that's why I've developed or discovered this tool, which is as simple as ABC, because anybody can, and it's called ABC, Accessing Body's Consciousness. And it's a very simple yet profound tool technique which uses the power of imagination, visualization, and really helps you to make a communication pathway with your body. So when your body is giving you a headache, your normal reaction is, let's go and pop a pill. No? Or if your body is hurting, the first thing is, let me go and see the doctor, and whatever the doctor says, I will just follow that. Awakening says, please do it. Go and visit the higher authority, but with the empowerment that this is your body and nobody else knows how it feels to be inside your body. So before you take anything on anybody else's opinion, ABC allows you to communicate with your body and say, hey headache, why are you happening? And the headache says, because I didn't like what happened at work, because I was busy focusing on something and your colleague came in and pushed over your work and put something in instead, so I have a conflict. So now you know why you have a headache. So awakening is a simple, basic tool of awareness that helps you to do things, whatever you're doing. Even when you're eating, instead of just going in when you have a hunger pang, you use ABC and say, is it really hungry for my body, or I'm craving attention?
So basically it's about asking the right questions of yourself to get the information that's going to give you a much clearer perspective on what is going on with you and your body and your mind at any one time.
And that's what the book talks about. It talks about the 9 principles, how you can follow those principles to restructure your life in a new perspective. So in old perspective, mind and body are separated, or now some people are beginning to connect them too, but there's more to the consciousness. It's your spirit there, it's your emotions there, and a lot of time issue is happening in your spiritual self, but it's manifesting in your physical body. But when you connect the dots of the energy, you'll be able to understand your body's message in terms of pain, because we say either you pay by attention or you pay by pain. So ABC helps you to pay attention so you don't have to pay by ignorance pain.
So this is the book that Sidra has referred to. It's called The Awakening, 9 Principles for Finding the Courage to Change Your Life.
You know, it's a bit mouthful.
9, that's a simple enough number, not too many. Could you give our readers and viewers a couple of examples of what these principles are and how you actually simply weave them into your everyday life?
Yes, so like for example, the 9 principles are actually the acronym of the word awakening. So it's really easy to remember because it's awakening and it's AWA. So the principles are the acronym. So the first principle, and they're all building upon from each other. So the first step, as you beautifully said yourself, it's about the questions. That's why the first principle is asking quality question. So they say if war is the answer, you're asking the wrong question. Right? So it's about starting the question, the quality of your question. Why me? Or try me. You know, it's having that first framing, and you say ask quality question, and the next principle goes W, which is work on you. So when you ask quality question, where do you look? Inside. All the answers are within. So when you're asking the questions, you're not going some higher energy which is more powerful than you, but you are invoking that integrate divine experience that is there from you.
You've worked with thousands of people
In-
with this
yeah.
process, with the ABC process. What kind of tangible changes have you seen people bring about in their life by applying the ABC principles?
By the grace of God, I had the privilege of doing 25 countries and 4 continents and about 180,000 behaviors. And I could tell you my 1-minute wonders, but one of my favorite, but that was the first time I experienced the power of ABC, because you have to understand, when I started, I didn't know what it really was. I discovered it, I stumbled upon it after thousands of doing hypnosis sessions, and this session I realized everything is consciousness, everything is memory, and it runs in your body, and it doesn't matter which lifetime it is, because everything is energy, it cannot be destroyed, it changes form. And that was the premises. And I had this lady who was experiencing depression. She was a 36-year-old lady from Brazil, and at that time I was working as a hypnotherapist. And she came in, and the whole staff was saying, couldn't smile, had never laughed. 36 years old, never laughed, don't know what's happening. When she was 2 years old, she was diagnosed with clinical depression. Now she came in, and we're doing simple ABC process, very simple. Anything you feel you have, it's something in your body. So I said, if depression could live in your body, where would it live? And she said, I feel it in my chest. At that time, I was doing an energy healing, and I said, okay, go inside and imagine, visualize what is happening where you are. And I promise you, suddenly she started crying, and she said, I'm in my mother's womb, and I'm the 6th baby, and my mother is thinking that I don't want this baby. And that was almost like something shifted inside her that she acknowledged. And we did a forgiveness process at that time. And when she came out, she went out, all my staff literally was saying, what have you done, Sidra? She's not the same person. So, and that really made me realize, wow, something can be so simple, stuck as a memory, running through your body, and unbeknown to you, you become that person. So that's why I'm so passionate, as you can see, about ABC, because I believe anybody can. All you have to do is have the desire to face the truth about yourself.
So it's completely accessible, and the only prerequisite is, as you say, the willingness to be honest with yourself. So you've talked a bit about the lady with depression. What other kind of typical situations or feelings or blocks in life is this very beneficial?
Nowadays I'm getting a lot of students, young students, who are coming with a lot of pressure of exams and university and this, and a lot of them are wanting to succeed, and they want to use ABC, to get all the grades. And for me, I teach now ABC to manage expectations, to manage failure, to have the stamina to rise above, because fear is not all of you, it's a part of your consciousness which is somewhere inside you. So you can really use ABC not only to dissolve blockages, but also to access consciousness of the talented you, of the confident you,
your potential.
to really expand your consciousness and develop more, rather than just spending time to clear what the baggage that you have carried.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. I think all that remains for us to ask you is, if you'd like to find out more about you and your work and your book, where should they have a look? Could you give your website?
Yes, for sure. I have a website which is my name, WWE. So it's worldwide. So it's not www, it's www.sidrajafri.com. And
Thank you for coming in. It's been lovely talking to you.
Thank you very much for having us.